MatthewMatosis introduces Majora's Mask as a game with a 1-year development cycle, opposed to the 4 years for Ocarina of Time. There's a lot of stuff that worked for and against it. In contrast to what Matosis said, however, did Majora's Mask really need to be a sequel of Ocarina of Time? Something that he probably thought about. Shigeru Miyamoto worked on the story. The Twilight Princess director worked on Majora's Mask. As noted by MatthewMatosis, the game is mainly dependent on side quests. The game is very open-ended, a lot of stuff in the game is optional, and I love that about games. One key thing about game design is pacing. Speedruns versus 100% completionists, and working for multiple audiences. Majora's Mask demonstrates how having fun doesn't necessarily need to conflict with story in addition to that. It was ahead by one generation with this concept, excluding Sega Saturn Shenmue and maybe Super Mario 64. The main interesting stuff about Majora's Mask and its gameplay is the time travel mechanic, the use of the multiple masks. Majora's Mask is one of the best use of the time travel mechanic, and if they had just set a clock for which hour you want to warp to, it would be pretty much perfect. I'll admit not being a fan of Ghostbusters Reunion, movie, Groundhog's Day, but I never played as Link Murray before. The rupee system sort of works as a supernatural bank. I don't know how that works, but whatever. The hookshot's better. The Outlaw save thing I don't recall ever using, and instead use the Song of Time to save. Because I always want to play through one playthrough. Because it takes a while to adapt. The Kingdom Mask was interesting. Deku Stump. Wow, look at that. Talk about Atmosphere later. The redead in the girl's house was quite a revolution, very scary. It was basically a dead body, pretty much. That was grim. In contrast to what MatthewMatosis said about having multiple protagonists, I feel like multiple protagonists could be interesting in a Zelda game. That scene with that song in that temple, although like they could have used the bombers for a sequence like that in addition, dropping people off. I'll discuss characters later, seem to be missing in the review.